Hello everyone, and today you're gonna see a Christmas project from me, and hopefully it's gonna be exciting because I'm gonna be using all sorts of things today. I will be using plenty of Christmas dies from Sentimentally Yours, of course, some festive borders, delicate poinsettias, also festive poinsettias, bare branches and pine cones, some snowflake flurry die cuts, berry branches, holly flourishes, and if we're gonna have some space, gonna be using some of the latest 2022 Christmas dies as well, but we're gonna see if we're gonna have enough space on the canvas. So anyway, today I'm gonna be working on canvas, and it's gonna be a mixed media project, and I'm gonna be using loads of other stuff as well. And this is canvas board, not canvas board, sorry, proper canvas, box canvas, and it measures 30.5 by 30.5 centimeters, or 12 by 12 inches. And I'm opening it up, and we're gonna start on our project, and hopefully by the end of it, it's gonna look really nice, and I will be hanging it on my wall when Christmas comes. Okay, so as you can see, all my die cuts over here, I've die cut all of it from pure white card, and simply because I kind of have a rough idea of what color palette I want, but I'm not quite sure yet, not 100% on it. So anyway, I did die cut all these elements in pure white cardstock, and we're gonna be going from there. So to start on our canvas, I thought I'm gonna try something and make an experiment. First of all, we need our background. So for our background, I thought what I'm gonna do, I have a napkin here, and I have tons of napkins in the kitchen, and I thought, well, I'm gonna try to make a background using a napkin. Okay, and this is a 3-layer napkin, 3-ply napkin, and top layer is colorful, middle layer is not so, but still you have some sort of print on there, but the bottom layer is completely white. So I took that bottom layer out of my napkin, and I will be using Big Background's Vintage Music Journal page stamp to stamp on my napkin. Now I'm going to be using acrylic block, and I'm going to be also using an archival ink for that. However, do I need an acrylic block or not? You don't have to use actually acrylic block if you don't want to. Do I or don't I? Okay, yeah, let's go for acrylic block. So I'm going to be using archival ink to stamp, simply because I'm going to be using medium to glue it to my canvas. And roll your stamp so you don't get bubbles. And I think I will put something underneath, like maybe a sheet of my A3 paper, if I can get it out. Okay, then you can see it better as well, hopefully. So black suit archival ink, and this is, I only have small ink pads because I don't use archival ink a lot, but it's nice to have it in your stash. And I'm just inking. Now I'm not going for a perfect impression. So now that it is inked, I will stamp it. Press it down. And let's have a look. Oh, nothing. Okay, let's try this ink. It's a trial and error. I haven't done this before, but I thought I'm gonna try. Let's have a look now. Me and my great ideas. That's better. Okay, so I'm gonna be stamping with this ink, with VersaFine Onyx Black. Scrap your archival. It's no good for this. But yeah, I had this idea and I thought, oh, that would be really nice to stamp on a napkin to make a background on the canvas. And another stamp. And I will keep going, stamping the whole napkin. So this is our background. And now I'm gonna get the canvas. And I will be tearing my napkin like so. And like so. And a little bit is gonna go maybe somewhere on the bottom as well. Let's have a look which bit we want. Yep, maybe this bit, like so. And now I'm going to use matte gel to glue my napkin down. So I'm taking these off for now. I roughly know where they go. So how to use glue gel? You have to apply on your canvas first. Be generous. Okay. Don't be tight with your matte gel. And now our napkin is going on top, like so. And if there are any creases, I don't care. It will give it a texture. And now with matte gel on top again, on top of your napkin. So one piece is down. Now we're going to this corner
takten alla dagar. Fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Smått och stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen.
So this is our starting point to our background, and now you want to give it a good dry. Now my first layer is all dry, and I did dry it using my heat gun. Next step, we are going to take a gesso and a brush, and make sure after you use your paints or mediums, always put your brush in water, otherwise you are going to damage your brushes. So I have a little brush in here. Actually, I think I can actually take bigger brush. I will take this brush and take gesso, and I'm gonna go over with gesso, making sure that my lines are not that harsh where I did put napkin. So just getting rid of those harsh lines. Don't be scared, you're not gonna lose your background, still gonna be there. Just go lightly. You also can dilute gesso a little bit if you like. I personally just don't want my background to be so in the face. I basically want my background to be a background, and this is what I'm doing. Just randomly going around, trying to get rid of those harsh lines, maybe not everywhere. Now it's starting to look more like a background. A very interesting background, and those Sentimentally Yours Big Background stamps, they all are so beautiful. So you could use any depending on what type of canvas you're making. Obviously I'm making Christmas, so songs and Christmas, come on. So that's why I chose this music background stamp. And now put your brush in water straight away, and I will give it another dry. So when you're doing mixed media projects, you have to make sure you dry between each layer. That's a must. Okay, and I don't know whether you can see, but hopefully you can, those crinkles while we were applying our layers of matte gel and gesso, that napkin underneath crinkled a little bit, and I do actually like that because it gives it a texture without actually making any texture. So next we are going to use some stencils. So stencils, I'm gonna be using this brick stencil, and I can't really remember which one was it. I think it might have been Kaisercraft stencil. I also will be using this stencil, hang on, this stencil here, and this is from by Vicky Papaioannou from Stamperia, Create Happiness. So I think this goes really well with Christmas theme. And obviously brick, hey, because I love brick. Who doesn't like a good brick stencil? So now for that, I will take palette knife. I will take Sentimentally Yours texture medium. Open it up. And I will be applying some texture medium through stencil. Now I decided to switch to modeling paste because modeling paste is gonna dry white, and this is what I want. I want it to dry white. So using that, and don't forget, when you're done with your stencil, put it in water. So I'm going to put it in the sink. So now I'm gonna get rid of some excess bits that are unwanted from the sides and from the bottom. Also these little bits, don't want those. Get rid of them. So I will dry this one before I go with my next stencil. Now this layer is dry, and as you can see, if you can see, this texture medium, I hope you can see it. Let's have a look. It dries clear, and I forgot about it, but you can always add any type of paint to it, or even powders, your pigment powders, and color it whatever color you want. However, I wanted to go for white, and that's why when I remembered that this one is drying clear, I went over with modeling paste, which dries white, as you can see here. Okay, and now my next stencil is this one, and some nice script in there as well. So I will be using modeling paste.
Vad hakten alla fest, fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen.
And don't forget, I'm going to put my stencil in sink. And now, I don't know whether you can see, or you can see this way. That's our stencils that we've used are now dry. These layers are dry. And when it comes to Christmas, I absolutely love vintage. I love classic as well colors. When it comes to colors, I also feel like there is not enough blues when it comes to Christmas. So hopefully you can see that. This is what we've got so far. So now time come to the decision what colors to use on this canvas. And I'm thinking to go for a little bit of vintage look. For vintage look, I will be using some vintage photo. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and see what is gonna come out of it. Okay, so I'm going for Distress Oxide, or shall I go with Distress Ink rather than Oxide? No, let's go for Oxide and see what happens. Decisions, decisions. Or Distress Ink. Let's try Distress Ink first. And now I need my little foam. And I have a couple over here. So what I'm gonna try to do is put some ink, and this one we are using now is Vintage Photo. Put some ink on my foam. Okay, now I need to try something to spray. Okay, I do like this. I do like the look of this. So I'm gonna be going with my Vintage Photo Distress Ink and putting some color on my stencils where we've used stencils. I'm going around as well, not everywhere, just in places like this corner, maybe this corner a little bit, on top. Okay, and now I'm going to spray with water. Let it run. I want to spray this B letter as well. And now give it a dry. Now I dried it. This is what it looks like, and I feel like this corner is a little bit empty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my stencil, this stencil again, and I will pop this stencil in the corner, and I will give it using modeling paste another little bit over here. So let's have a look. I want it over here. Maybe this beautiful stamp as well, postal stamp. And I will put my stencil back into the sink. And now I will dry it again. And I will repeat the same process in this corner. So I will be using Vintage Photo Distress Ink. Put a little bit on my sponge. Go over. So all those beautiful textures that we made using the stencil becoming visible, as you can see. Like so. And I think this is looking beautiful already. And I don't really want extremely white canvas, so applying a little bit more of vintage photo distress ink, like so, and now it looks nice and vintagey. This is what we've got so far. Now I'm gonna go with darker ink, and I will use walnut stain in some areas, but very carefully.
Klappat hakten alla fullfest hela dagen. Liten mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen.
Okay, so it does start to look vintagey now, and we have a lovely texture, and I do like these two stencils together. I think these two stencils together look really beautiful. Now we are going to start having a look what we can do with our embellishments and make our composition. So I was thinking to use this. I also have some clay embellishments, all different sorts. These are from, they are various embellishments, but I believe they're Prima Marketing ones, and I do like these, so I'm gonna be putting those aside. I might want a clock. Do I want a clock or do I want this clock? This clock looks nice. Let's have a look what else we have here. Some gears. Do we want gears? We might. Why not? Might get a couple of gears. Oh, there is another clock. This clock is quite nice as well. Okay, so I'm gonna take out few and I will see what we're gonna use. I like this one as well, and these are made from paper clay, so when you are using them, if you want, you can give a coat of gesso, but you don't have to. Obviously, if you're using your resin, then you definitely have to give it a coat of gesso before you paint them. So I took few out, and now we're gonna have a look what can we do here. So we can add this one like so, and maybe a little bit on this side. And I do like this one in the corner. Actually, we can we can have both corners like so. Okay, so we need to assemble our poinsettias, and I was using here delicate poinsettias, also festive poinsettias. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then we can continue with our composition. I have done my poinsettias. However, because we are going for vintage look in the end, I will be making a color to color my poinsettias. However, I don't want them to be bright red, so I'm gonna be using crimson, and I'm using on my palette like so, and then I will add some yellow ochre, because we are going for vintage look like so. I will give it a little spray of water, and I will try to mix it all together. And I have underneath, I do have a white piece of paper. This is so I can try on a piece of paper this color, and this blob, we don't want that. And I will be adding some more of this color, and I will be mixing it all together. Okay, so now I'm gonna have a look. Yep. And I will be just dabbing my poinsettias. I don't want full coverage, and I still will be using red color. I just want to give it a vintage base like so. And this is a very messy project. I'm having to wash my hands God knows how many times in between, but that's not a problem. It all will be worth in the end. So I'm just giving all my poinsettias a little. It actually came out like a really nice terracotta color. So I will be continuing with all my poinsies.
Klappat hakten alla Fullfest hela dagen. Liten mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen. Alla fullfest hela dagen. Liten mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest.
Okay, I will give it a dry. Next step, I will give it a little bit of red color as well, just little touches So I will wash my paintbrush quickly.
Klappat hakten alla fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen.
And these are our poinsettias painted. I will give them a dry. So back to our embellishments, and I will be using some vintage photo distress oxide and putting on like so with a sponge. Nothing fancy. We want our details to be visible, like so. And now I'm going to be using this clock, also on this clock. Might put a gear in as well, why not? Clocks and gears go together. I'm not quite sure whether I'm gonna be using this one or not. We leave this one aside for now. So I will give it a spray with water, like so. Wet it, don't be afraid to wet it. And now dry it. Now that it's dry, I will take Sentimentally Yours Flawless Medium Metallic Acrylic Paint, which is gold. Oh, and there was a lot in there. And I will be using my finger and just going on top, highlighting.
Klappat hakten alla fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen.
And this is what we have now. With a bit of gold, our embellishments. I might put also a little bit of gold on our poinsettias.
Klappat hakten alla fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen.
I did dry all these elements with my heat gun, and now this frame, that was just a wooden frame and I can't really remember where from. It just was in one of my boxes. So we're gonna give it a coat with Distress Ink Walnut Stain. And because it was a wooden frame, I did put gesso on top first. And now walnut stain. I'm also thinking to give a bit of a walnut stain to our poinsettias. It's not gonna show too much, but just around those leaves. Not all of them, some of them. And our corners as well. Decorative corners, don't forget about those. I'm thinking we're gonna do the same what we've done to these borders. So Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. And this time I'm not going to spray it with water. I don't want to dilute it. So let's have a look at our canvas. Yep, looking good. So we're gonna go over with some gold metallic paint. And I'm gonna have to use my finger again.
Klappat hakten alla barn. Fullfest hela dagen. Leken mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Stort på stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela.
Back to our canvas. Beautiful, beautiful canvas. These borders I will be gluing to our canvas first, and for that I have 2 strips of chipboard and I glued them both together. So I will be gluing this under so it gives me a good dimension. So now I'm just gonna see how long I need it, and I will snip it about there. If it's a little bit shorter, it's not a problem. Okay, and now I will glue this strip to the back of our beautiful border, and I will be using just normal glue, liquid glue, to attach this strip to the back of the border, like so. And I will need a little bit of here, a little piece, but that's okay, we can piece it together, it's not a problem. So again, glue, and over here, let's have a look. Yeah, that looks good. The same we're gonna do to this piece. So again, I will measure it and I will cut it like so. I will apply glue. And I will attach it to the back of our beautiful border. And you want it in the middle, like so. Okay, now these borders are going one over here and another one down here, like so. So to attach those, I will be using glue gel, good old glue gel. This way I know it's all gonna stick together. However, you can also use your matte medium if you want. So position it over here, making sure it's straight, like so. Then this bit is going on top and it kind of sits in the middle. It sits in the middle of our border. So glue gel again, and I will have to get some more glue gel because I think I'm slowly running out of it. Glue gel, and then we put this piece in the middle of our beautiful border. Next is this one, and I hope you can see it. And glue gel is good because you still are able to move it around a little bit if you need. So again, glue gel, don't need much here. And down, like so. So let me just have a look if it's straight. Yes, it is. Next is this border here, and it has beautiful gold details. Is going over here, and I want it to hang over, so I only need to apply glue gel starting from this point. It's going here in the middle of our border again, like so. For poinsettias, for inside, I did use Gimporium gems, and these are flat back gems, champagne. These are champagne, so they go really well with all the colors we are using in here. So let's put our flowers on, our beautiful poinsettias. This one is going on here, this one over here, like so. And I need to refill my glue gel. Okay, we are back in business. So next poinsettia is going on the bottom as well, over here, like so. Next I'm gonna put my frame, so I'm just going to put some dots of glue gel around the frame, and I'm going to slide it over here, press it down. Okay, so this is how it looks like so far. Just press it down. Next, let's have a look. Next one is gonna be our clock, and clock is gonna go over here. So let's have a look. We need a little bit more glue gel on this side. On this side we're gonna put larger blob. On this side we just need a little bit of glue so it sticks down. And it's going over here, like so. Make sure every time you use your clocks, make sure you put 12 on the top, otherwise it's gonna look odd. Next, our corners. So one is going on the bottom of canvas. Let's attach this one. A little bit here as well, why not? It's going in the corner, like so. And then we have another one that is going in opposite corner. Glue gel again. Lots of glue gel. And this one is gonna go this way. Like so. Let's have a look what's next. Next we do need to put our gear. Hide it somewhere under there. Now we're gonna wait with the gear. We are going to wait. Let's finish with our poinsettias. Which way? Which way? One can go over here. Another two can go over here, maybe. Let's have a look. And this gear. Like so. No, I don't like it there. I kind of want it so it sits both sides, but I don't want to hide this beautiful border too much. Okay, I think I got it. A blob of glue gel, this one, little one, is gonna go right over here, and I'm gonna need a little bit more glue gel. So it sits over here. And then we're gonna put our gear. Glue this one under there, like so. Then another poinsettia is going on this side. And this one on the same side, but I want it to sit over here, like so. Okay, so far looks good. And now we have a couple of pine cones left, which I'm gonna pop on the bottom of the clock. Again, glue gel, and over here, so it sits at an angle. And then this little one is gonna go next to that, and will sit at an angle as well, like so. Okay, our pine cones. And now, of course, finishing touch is the sentiment. So I chose to use Winter Wishes. We also need to put some flourishes on. So Winter Wishes is from this set of baubles. Before we do that, I completely forgot about our beautiful flourishes. And these are gonna go on glue gel. So this one going under there. And I'm gonna try to pop it on an ordinary glue from this side. I pop them out so they are dimensional, because this canvas is all about dimension, like so. Hang on, let me take this off. Like so. So you can see there is a dimension in there. Can't go without flourishes. I can't believe I almost forgot about them. So I'm using glue gel on the bottom of it to tuck it in. Like so. And then I'm using normal glue because I need it to dry quick. Our flourishes are going on this side as well. So again, glue gel on the bottom, and I'm gonna pop this one under this poinsettia and a little bit of glue, give it a shape and stick it down. Like so. Like so, and then I have this little one. Little one can go somewhere under here. Let's have a look first. Let's have a look first, and then I will glue it down. Our little berry branches, I think. Berry branches? Yeah, I think so. And this one. And then I still have this one. Okay, yeah, let's go for it.
Klappat hakten alla var. Fullfest hela dagen. Lite mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Smått och stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen. Alla var fullfest hela dagen. Lite mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Smått och stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det magra och tjocka, ska vara det bra, ja. Klappat hakten alla var. Fullfest hela dagen. Lite mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen.
Okay, so canvas almost done, and now finishing touch is going to be winter wishes. Let's just have a quick look where we're gonna put it. And winter wishes, as I said, I did use these dies from this particular bauble set from Festive collection 2022 from Sentimentally Yours, and I did use pure white and new gold luster card to cut these, and I need tweezers for that. And I do actually like it on the frame, so we might go for that. Winter, let's have a look again. Winter wishes. Yeah, so don't need much glue gel here. I'm only popping a little dot to put it on the frame so it sticks to the frame. And then the wishes, I'm basically having a look which letter is going to be on sitting on the frame, and S is going to be sitting on the frame, so I'm going to pop a little bit of glue gel here like so. Making sure it's all nice and straight. And this is our little canvas is done and finished. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment. I would love to know what you think about this canvas, and here are the pictures of the finished project.
Klappad hakten alla barn. Fullfest hela dagen. Liten mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fullfest hela dagen. Stort och stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fullfest hela dagen.